has been tries to cap me in quietly, and then I'm still late on coming in on this. But back in the office for a little bit. Today was a Padres game, so it means that our office is a little bit different with the day game because it's a little noisy and it's hard to get parking. So we typically on day games don't schedule things in the office or in the studio, so that way we kind of have some flex there. So today we had a bunch of meetups. I had one wasn't like an official meetup, it was just meeting with a friend and business colleague who we got to sit down and talk about some things, which is great, you know, the one-on-one time. And the other one is a larger meetup that we go to, and it's here in San Diego. It's for entrepreneurs. Pat Flynn hosts it, which is really nice. It's a lot of people who are in a similar vein as us. A lot of them don't have like an actual physical location like we do, so that's one of the ways we're a little different than them. A lot of them are the solopreneurs who are out there working on getting a business going, and they're the only person in the business. I had to learn that term, solopreneur. And that was a pretty good meetup. That one, they do a good job of making sure that people get a chance to talk and nobody really monopolizes the conversation. It may be that we're talking about one person's problem, but they work really hard to make sure that everybody who wants to get a chance to talk gets a chance to talk, and it's not just one person dominating the conversation, which I like that a lot, because sometimes you get one dominant person in the room, and typically what I found is that dominant person may not have the best knowledge base, and they dominate a conversation with a lot of things people don't really need to hear. I don't know if you guys have found that or whatever, but we've also had some meetup groups that weren't so beneficial, and we go to once or twice, and then we're just like, no, not the best one for us, and we've moved on with that. So I think as a whole, I'm batting about 50-50 for meetup groups, like going and trying. I'm like, 50% are great, and the 50% are like, no, let's move on. And so I was curious what you guys think about that. Are you finding a lot of value in meetup groups? How are yours going? And if you find it a good use of your time. Now, the one we go to, I would say it is a great use of our time, because the one today, like, because we've gained a lot of clients from that one. So yeah, it's worth our time to be there. As well as just the knowledge base we've been able to gain from it from other people is great. You know, getting a lot of voices in there and ideas, people who may be a step or two ahead of us in business. So that one's been useful. But I've also, you know, even though a description when you're like signing up for one doesn't like sounds like it'd be perfect, and then you get there and you're in a room of people and you're like, oh, this isn't what it was built to be. And so just curious on your guys' take on that, whether you like them, love them, hate them, just what you think. So I would love to hear what your take is. If you leave that down in the comments, that would be super, super awesome. And that's about it for my thoughts on today. Today was a meetup day. As I said, we're going to an event. Our first client is launching her podcast today, so that's like super exciting. Like we've seen it from beginning to end, and getting to go to that party tonight. So looking forward to that. I'll give a shout out to Lauren Allen with that. I'll put a link to her stuff down in the description when I get around to editing the description, so that you guys can go check that out as well. I think that is it. So until tomorrow, because tomorrow's another office day, at least it's planned to be. As long as I'm in the office, we'll have another vlog up. So again, what do you think about meetups? Love to know.